everybody, welcome to the Hacienda. Ribbit here. Thanks for joining me again. It's really good to see you. It's been, what, a week since we were last together and you enjoyed my Mexican-style chicken pie, which, by the way, was absolutely fantastic. Well, I got another great fantastic recipe, and it's just on time. It has been raining steadily and hard for the last 12 to 14 hours. It's exactly 33 degrees outside, so it's cold, it's windy, and it's wet. It's not going to turn to ice and snow yet, but as soon as the sun drops, the temperature is going to get down to 22 degrees. So gosh knows what's going to happen. It's going to be an ice storm out there. Anyway, I got the next couple days off, so we've got the wood stove going. We're going to stay toasty, and we need to make something heartwarming, belly warming, and we're making Cuban black beans. They're also known as sleeping beans, frijoles dormidos. And the reason why they're called frijoles dormidos, or sleeping beans, is the fact that you cook them at a steady boil for an hour or two at the beginning of the day in the morning. You put them to the back burner, you just simmer them all day long, hence you put them to sleep, and then they're ready by the time for supper. And they're all nice and soft. As you notice, I haven't pre-soaked them. There's no need to. Okay, so the ingredients are very similar to the Cuban red kidney beans. And by the way, this recipe is, again, from Heidi's channel. Beautiful food she puts out. If you haven't gone ahead and checked her out, I recommend you do. We got some garlic, onion, bay leaves, crushed tomatoes, apple cider vinegar. We're going to use some California olive oil, oregano, ground coriander, ground cumin, and a green and red bell pepper. Now, this recipe is meatless. It's all vegetable, and of course I haven't shown you the salt and pepper that will be in there too. So stick with me and I'll show you how it's done. I've rinsed the beans and then put them in the pot to boil with 3 or 4 bay leaves. Now we want to keep it at that level of a boil. I'm going to cover it and let them cook that way for an hour, so join me then. It has been 1 hour since the beans have been boiling, and boy, they're already almost completely soft. So that must have been a very recent, like this year, maybe last year's crop. The younger the bean, the quicker they cook. So that's very nice. Now, what we're going to do here is start making the sofrito. We have the olive oil over a skillet that's already heating up over medium. And the first thing we're going to add is the onion, okay? Apparently the oil's not that hot. You can probably hear it sizzling a little bit. And we're going to turn it up maybe medium high. Here we go. Adding the red and green bell pepper that I've seeded and chopped up. After a few minutes, as the vegetables get translucent, we have 1 tablespoon coarse ground black pepper, 2 tablespoons coriander, and 1 tablespoon ground cumin. 60 seconds in mixing that, we've got 4, maybe 5 sliced fresh garlic cloves. After a minute or two, we've got the crushed tomatoes. Alright, so we got the sofrito ready. So now we're going to add it to the black beans here. And be careful, kids, don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional. Don't splash yourself. Be very, very careful because this is volcanic. Okay, look at this deliciousness. Now we're going to combine that in very well, and join me back here in a bit. Right, so we got the sofrito all mixed in. We brought up the heat back to medium. We've got it all combined. We're going to add half a cup of apple cider vinegar. We're going to mix that in all very well, and if you've noticed, we have not added any salt yet. That comes in at the end. And we're going to put this at a low simmer, just pretty much steaming like this. And we're going to put these beans to sleep. And meet me back in a few hours. I don't think it's going to take the rest of the day. But we're going to put them to sleep and join me when they wake up and they are fully cooked. Right, after many hours of cooking, we've got this bean soup. Oh wow, it's really gotten thickened up. A lot of the beans have starting to fall apart. This is exactly what we want. So we've made some white rice And let's go ahead and serve this up. Alright, look at this hot, steaming deliciousness. We got some black beans with some basmati rice. Perfect. Now that's not going to be by itself. We got to touch it up with a little bit of plantain chips for a proper Cuban dish. Yeah, deliciousness in a bowl. Absolutely. Cuban sleeping beans.